Back on the night, Friday night light. Line from the board, Isaac taking flight. Question of the day, what's it gonna be? Guests on the show, come and take a seat. Game chat crew, feel the rhythm flow. Talking board games, all systems go. Pick 5 games, what's your top choice? Hear the people shout, raise up your voice. Interview time, guest in the chair. Sharing stories, feels like we're there. Game chat crew, feel the rhythm flow. Talking board games, all systems go. Game chat crew, feel the rhythm flow. Talking board games, all systems go. Interview time, guest in the chair. Sharing stories, feels like we're there. Game chat crew, feel the rhythm flow. Talking board games, all systems go. Game chat crew, feel the rhythm flow. Talking board games, all systems go. Game chat crew, feel the rhythm flow. Talking board games, all systems go. Pick 5 games, what's your top choice? Hear the people shout, raise up your voice. Interview time, guest in the chair. Sharing stories, feels like we're there. Game chat crew, feel the rhythm flow. Talking board games, all systems go.
What is up, Isaac?
Yo,
How are you?
July.
What now?
Happy July.
Happy July. For some reason, I think we're live on Facebook now. Okay, that was weird. For some reason, we did not go live on Facebook, and I had to manually do that. Anyway, Isaac, how are you doing, sir?
Good. Got a new camera.
Oh, really? Let me look.
Yes, sir.
Do you look fancier? Let me see. Yeah, you look nicer.
Thank you.
Yeah, I like it.
How's it sound?
It sounds okay. It's okay.
Okay.
It's fine.
I should have got the mic out. That's okay. We'll make it work.
You know what? It's a Monday. This is the first time we're doing this in how long?
6 years. 6 years.
6 years. 6 years.
Crazy.
Yeah. No, it's been a couple months. Anyway, let's introduce our guest, Josh.
Yes,
Josh Schwartz. You are a friend of the show, friend of ours, somebody that we get to hang out with at cons, which we didn't see you at. I didn't see either one of you at Origins, you bunch of slackers.
Us Ohio boys left Ohio and then stopped going to Origins.
Yeah, no kidding. We don't live in Ohio anymore.
That's terrible. So, Hank coming in, gentlemen, Isaac. So
go ahead and just ban him now. Ban him from the chat.
Ban him now. You're done. You're done, Hank.
You're done, goofed.
You're done.
Yeah. So hey, welcome, Josh. We are happy to have you. You're a returning guest. Yeah. We've had you once before. I don't remember. It's been a while though.
It's been a minute. Yeah.
This is episode 89 today.
That's crazy.
I usually like to get in the chat at least.
Yeah, that's true. You are a frequent chatter, which we appreciate. I think that's the one thing I really like about the show is the people that jump into the chat. So if you're watching, jump into the chat. Hey, can I tell you guys about my addiction? So, Ninja Slushy. Shout out to Ninja Slushy, not a sponsor.
Yep.
Wish you were a sponsor.
Yeah.
Ninja Slushy. I'm drinking a slushy right now. There's a pineapple. What is this? Pineapple raspberry slushy. Yeah. It's delicious. So
fancy like.
Yeah, I'm a fancy gentleman now. So anyway, while I enjoy this slushy, Isaac, why don't you knock out that first question?
Yeah, absolutely. We are gonna start real simple. It's summer. It's July. How's summer going for you? What's your summer looking like? Like Ryan said, we haven't been hitting. We didn't hit Origins. I didn't. You didn't, Josh.
Mhm.
What's your summer been looking like, sir?
You know what? We need a rating. I want to preface that. We need a rating. So, Josh, when you
out
tell
of
us about
out of how
summer
many?
so far, let's go out of whatever you think is the right, whatever you think is the right answer.
Oh my gosh.
So far I think we're at like a I don't know, about a 14 out of 17.
Oh, that's
Oh,
pretty
okay.
solid.
Okay.
Had to do some weird numbers.
Yeah.
No, Heather and I, you guys know Heather. We bought a house earlier this year, so moving into that and getting everything here uh, set up, and finally, like feeling like we're here at home now in Minnesota's been really really good. But lately, the last week or so, it started to. I know it's hot everywhere, but man, I didn't think coming to Minnesota one of the things I'd have to worry about is heat. But I fired up the grill today, and I didn't even have to turn it on. I just pulled it out into the sun and cooked stuff right there.
It's crazy.
Just put some raw chicken on there. Come back 5 minutes later, it's done. Good to go. Man. Yeah, so my summer's been going well. It's far too busy. Origins led into a weekend trip that we had planned with some friends, led into a wild invite to Dice Tower East, which was a lot of fun. But every single weekend is full around here. And so I would go with a 7.5 bean burritos out of 10. 7.5 bean burritos out of 10. Yeah. Isaac's confused by that ranking.
I also
We've
think
been
he's
busy.
lagging a little bit. There he is.
He's lagging.
Oh, I thought you me. Um, yeah. So we've had a busy summer. We started off with I've gone on 2 mission trips this summer. Got another one planned in about a month. In between the two, we got down to Hotlanta and down to Georgia to see Ryan and Co. That was a good time.
Yeah, you came out for my birthday, which was a wild surprise. You documented this on TikTok. I
Yes.
came off of a plane from Chicago. I'm standing there waiting on Aaron to pick me up, and you come out of nowhere, and I'm looking at you, and I'm like, that looks a lot like Isaac, but that's not Isaac because he doesn't live here. And then I'm like, oh, hold it. That is Isaac as you're getting closer. It was really crazy.
Yeah, your dumbfounded look was amazing. I wish I had gotten the video better, but yeah, it was a good time. We got to hang out with you guys and Bob and Joe and everybody down there. That was a ton of fun. Um, yeah, so that was kind of where my summer's been. It's been busy, like you said, every weekend. Something tomorrow's my son Ethan's birthday. For those that know him, 20 tomorrow. But yeah, just staying busy. So I'd rate it like a I don't know, like on a dad scale from like the worst name for a dad to like the best name for a dad. I'd rate it like dude, you're awesome in that level.
That's a decent rating there. Okay.
Thank you, appreciate
Yeah.
it, appreciate it. You got a hopping house over there tonight.
Dude, people are freaking everywhere in my house. So my brother's over here talking to the nieces and nephews, my kids, and they're just like chatting it up, eating hot wings and drinking slushes.
I love it.
So this is
I
a
love it.
Monday. So
Having a good time.
yeah,
Hey, what's our topic? What type of games are
yeah.
we
So we're talking
today?
about asymmetrical games. This is either asymmetry when it comes to the actual gameplay, or asymmetry when it comes to the player abilities and stuff like that. So we're going to be talking about a bunch of different styles of games that fit into this mold. But the first question is, let's start with an easy. What classic game from your youth comes to mind when you think asymmetry in games?
Yeah, so you say easy, but I was trying to think back of all the games I played when I was a kid, and I'm like, what games are asymmetric that I played? And I couldn't think of anything. So I went back. It's over 10 years, so I was younger, we'll say. But it was also one of the games
Fair.
that kind of slowly got me into like more hobby games. And Isaac, you're going to be pretty happy about this. It's Dice
Uh-oh.
Masters.
Oh, there we
So,
go.
I
Let's
mean,
go. I was considering giving that my answer.
yeah, I mean, every depending on what set you're playing, you have all these different people, decks that you're
Yep.
working with, all different cards and dice, and just that dice building. And coming from playing more, stuff like Settlers of Catan and Ticket to Ride into something a little bit more like that, where you have a little bit more, advanced mechanics in it, kind of pushed us more into finding more and more hobby games into where we are today. But yeah, it's not super old, but that's an oldie but goodie.
Yeah, no, it's a good pick, sir.
When I was thinking about this, I had two games that came to mind. First, Hero Quest. So Hero Quest was came out in the 90s, and so when I was a teenager, I played a lot of Hero Quest because I thought about asymmetry in the abilities of the different classes, but then also the fact that it's asymmetrical because you have a dungeon master. And so you've got that
Yep.
kind of asymmetry. And then I was thinking about another game, Small World, that we played a lot in the 2010s. That game is what, 16, 17 years old now. And so Small World, everything about that game's asymmetrical. Every faction has their own thing, and you can kind of merge and play the factions that you feel are the best. So yeah, those are the two that came to mind when I think of a little older of a game and asymmetry.
Yeah, that's great. I went the TCG model also, and for me in 1990 something, when I started playing my first big TCG, which was Magic the Gathering, because that was the thing. And we'd play. I remember playing during lunch break at football 2 days with a couple of my teammates, like and rifle shuffling the heck out of some very expensive cards today. Because I didn't care. I held them with a rubber band and threw them in my gym bag.
If
Gosh, it
if
just makes me
only we
sad.
knew. I saw somebody posted a picture of a box of Ice Age boosters, that like the boxes from Ice Age, and I remember just going up to the comic shop and being like, Ice Age, Ice Age, and just
Yeah,
buying those boxes, flying through the cards, throwing them into bags, putting them in a pencil
yeah,
box. I mean, yeah.
yeah. That Ursa set, all the Ursas are crazy. I don't like to dwell on it; makes me sad. Um,
Oh yeah, I think one time
but yeah, those are some good
I had like a
examples.
gallon Ziploc bag, and like you said, we'd put some rubber bands around decks, throw them in a gallon bag, and then take them with us. And
Yep. Yeah, it's
If
crazy,
only
isn't it?
we knew. So
So when you think about asymmetrical games, to me, they spark emotion sometimes in the ways that they played. Especially a couple on my list. I like immediately thought like, oh man, I loved when we played this game and had this experience. But can you think of something in a asymmetrical game that was like a wow, this was just such a cool experience for you?
yeah, I mean, I don't want to talk about our games too much, but I mean, chip theory, like almost all of our games are asymmetric.
Yeah, do
Like we have all kinds of stuff. But even before I worked for the company, I was a huge fan of Too Many Bones. I worked
it.
conventions for them and like demoed Too Many Bones and stuff. But we used to have a game night back in Ohio where we'd get together every week, and for a while it was Too Many Bones every week, and we probably did 4 or 5 weeks in a row where we just got destroyed before we got to, like, the final boss. And then there was this one week where it was like a 3-hour session. We had this big, long adventure all the way down and, like, finally took him out. And I remember, like, all 4 of us at the table were, like, cheering and, like, slapping high fives and stuff because we finally got that win.
That's awesome. I love it.
I would say last year. So last year, Aaron and I played Origin Story, the Stonemeyer trick taking game from last year. It was a game that I liked the concept of on paper, and then when I saw the art style, I was like, I kind of dig it. And then I played it, and I was like, this is really smart. basically you're building out these comic book panels with these different powers and allegiances and like all these different things that make your superhero unique. And what's cool about that game is I don't know, even though I've only played it 2 or 3 times, I don't know that you'll ever have the exact same build of a superhero ever when you play that game. And so Erin really connected with Origin Story to the fact that it was in her top 10 last year, and seeing her connect with the game, understanding it halfway through the game and realizing this is the only time that I believe this hero will ever be built this way, really was a cool moment. So in that game.
It's awesome. I love it. I had a couple, and the one I actually think about, it's on my list because I don't own the game, but my buddy Chad backed Old King's Crown, and we got to play it for the first time last week. Super asymmetrical. Have either of you played it, Old King's Crown?
Mm-mm.
Feels like Cole Worley and Lacerda got together and designed a game, is the best way I can describe it. It's war, essentially. It's like high card war, but on steroids with so many other things. And the anxiety and the like frustration and the emotion at the table, I've not felt that at a gaming table in a long time. Like a lot of, and it wasn't like just gotcha, like Munchkin gotcha, right? Like, but it was like trying to like cut through people and backstab here and play there. And it was fun because everybody had different powers, and none of us had played it, so we had no idea what big bomb was going to be dropped next in the game. So that was fun. I really enjoyed it. It'll be interesting to see as we learn it more, if we get more into the weeds with a game like that and understand. Because like Root, which will be on my list, man, if you know all the different powers, you can do really well. If you don't, you're probably going to lose.
Brian, you reminded me of another one. When you were talking Call to Adventure. I don't know if you've ever played that.
Oh yeah, Call to Adventure is cool. Yeah.
So we had one time. It was before the Name of the Wind version came out, but I'm a huge Name of the Wind fan. I have tattoos on me from Name of the Wind, but I pretty much built Kavoth from Name of the Wind in that game, and I didn't win at all. But I built that character along that storyline. I built his backstory and everything just like that character. And I was like, I don't care that I didn't win. Like, this was awesome. I built this character. So that's another one that's kind of asymmetric too, because
really cool.
It changes pretty much every time you play it.
I played that game 2 or 3 times. I remember demoing it at Origins one year. I was like, this is a really well done, like everything about this. I like Brotherwise's stuff. And I remember like really liking that, but I knew that I didn't know the lore of it. It wasn't my thing, but I liked the game a lot.
Yeah, it's a different game because it's one of those ones where you can lose, but you made a cool character while you lost, so it doesn't really matter. You still feel like you had fun and like made a cool character.
For sure. Our next question: when is asymmetry in games good? And conversely, when have you seen it be bad? One or the other, or both, however you want to ask that.
It's good, I think. Like, I have to say it's good. Look at all of our stuff. But no, like you brought up Root earlier, and I think it's really, really good in Root, but also sort of bad en route. And it's not because the asymmetry is bad. It's just that I think when it's bad, it's because not everybody's prepared. Or, you can't sit down, you can't say with 3 new people, hey, let's sit down and play Root. Like, because you're going to go through it explaining, like, I mean, you can, but you'll get more out of it if you say, hey, this Friday at game night, we're going to play Root. Everybody, look into these factions and stuff and figure stuff out. So I think with a lot of the ones that have a lot of asymmetry like that, when they're still balanced, but they're like, way different, it's really, really good. But with that caveat that, you're going to have to do a little research and put in a little work. But a lot of times in that work is worth it.
Yep, get prepared for sure.
I think it's interesting. I've got a good and a bad. The good is when asymmetry leads to replayability. I think really good asymmetry leads to a game replayability in a way where you want to revisit the game. Because here's the thing: as reviewers, Isaac and myself, we're unless we fall in love with the game, we're not playing a game 25 to 30 times. You know, there are times when we play a game 5 times, and that's probably the life of that game because of the backlog and the things that we're having to do for our sites and stuff like that. When you talk about something like, and I'll just point it out, Roth, I play this game so that more and more because I want to experience the factions. I want to see what strategies can be unlocked by the different abilities. And so it leads to wanting to play it more because of the asymmetry. And then the bad is actually my experience with Root. So I gave Root 2 shots. Played it the first time with 2 people who knew how to play and 2 people who didn't. It was a terrible experience. They tried to do the best they could, explaining everything and giving us as much information as we could, but the 2 of us just got slaughtered. It was like the scores weren't even close. There was no point to it. I was, we were both lost most of the time asking questions about what other people were doing. And then I tried it again with a different faction, knowing a little bit about the faction that I played previously. And I was like, this just isn't for me. It's not my thing. And I would never own it because we're all the time teaching people how to play games. And I'm not putting other people through that. I'm not going to explain it for 45 minutes just for them to ask about the factions the whole time, so.
Yeah, I agree. I was going to say when things get overly complicated and it takes multiple plays to understand the different asymmetries, for sure, that's a difficult part. To me, I love that asymmetry brings different sides of the coin when you come to a game where you're not going to get the same experience. Some games do it in small ways, right? Like I was looking at a list of games that had asymmetry as a mechanic on BGG, and like they had Agricola on there because you can start with different cards. I don't really think Agricola as an asymmetrical game, right? But it's trying to add a little bit of variance. But the ones that are like heavy variant, it really feels like each time you come to the game, like we go back to Root, it's like if I'm going to play the Airy, I'm going to get a whole different experience than I am if I'm playing any of the other characters, the mice or the
you're pretty much playing a completely different game than the other person's playing.
Which I really like in that it's not who did theirs better. We both did the same thing, and I just happen to be a better gamer than you because I can figure out how to score so many points per turn, right? But it's more of that head-to-head combat-y. Man, if they just had a game like that with like 2 players where you played 2 different things and went head-to-head and fought each other, like that type of thing. But I've never experienced a game like that.
Did you see the new Stonemaier game coming out?
The Tiny Birds?
No. They're doing I can't remember what it's called. It's like Duel of Modoc or something like that.
Oh, I haven't seen that.
I did hear that.
One person's playing Scythe and one person's playing Expedition.
Oh, I did see that.
Yeah, and you need a copy.
I did see that. Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, that's
very interesting.
It's interesting. I want to try it. Because I like
Scythe. I applaud Jamie for his I applaud his creativity, right? Like I applaud his ability to be like, even when something doesn't work well, like we're gonna make Pendulum and it's gonna be really cool. No, it wasn't. It's not good. We're gonna make Expeditions and it's like, wow, it's really cool, and it's like Scythe, but not at all like Scythe, and I love it, right? Like so that.
Yeah, you taught me Expeditions. I love that game. I just don't get it to the table enough.
Yeah, it is really good.
So,
hey,
let's talk about Josh. Let's let Josh talk about Josh. How about that?
Let's let Josh.
Yeah. We're not going to talk about you. You talk about yourself. So.
All right. So a little bit of background for the people that don't know me. I work at Chip 3 Games. I'm our warehouse and fulfillment manager in the U.S. So if you get stuff shipped to you in the U.S., it's probably touched my hands in some way or another. Most of the time, there's only 2 of us working there, unless we're doing a big fulfillment. But I also get to do play testing.
I'm never going to think about a game coming from Chip Theory without you like touching the side of the game.
Oh, and I definitely touched that one. I put that one in there myself.
It makes me so uncomfortable.
But yeah, I get to do some play testing and stuff too because it's we're smaller. I mean, we're a decent sized company for a board game company, but that's small. So yeah, get to do some of that. Get to ship out all the games. Super fun. But what Ryan wanted to talk about is we have a game coming to Game Found tomorrow, Wreck, which I have a box here too. So Isaac, where's yours? Where's yours at? Close enough. But yeah, so Wreck is our next game in the Roth universe, where we're not calling it an expansion or expand alone or anything like that, but it is compatible. So you can take any of the Roth factions. That's that game's terrible. Although I did buy 2 copies of it. But yeah, you can take the Roth factions and play them in Wreck. You can take the Wreck factions and play them in Roth. One of the biggest differences about Wreck is I think you got the map there. This one has water battles along with your battles on land. So you can see the little different nodes there in between the land masses. So when you get your troops out, instead of just kind of putting them out and then taking them to an adjacent zone, you're actually going to put them on boats, and then you have to move the boats around those water nodes to drop them on land or control the ocean, the sea around it, because there are 2 zones in the sea that you can control and get points from there. One of the other big changes is the battling. So in Roth, like if you get the attack symbol on your die, the little skull, you get to deal damage to either the area you're in or an adjacent area. But in Wreck, if you're on a boat, you get to roll these cannon dice. So they have like hits, half hits, misses, and Cora on them, which is the currency that you're using in it. So it adds a little bit, and you get to roll one of those for each unit that you have on the boat. And if you're attacking from land to a boat, you get to roll one for each unit you have on the land. So that adds a little bit more. I think it adds a little bit more fun for me into like the battles instead of just like I'm going to deal 1 damage. It's a little bit less predictable, but there is a little bit of mitigation there. So if you're attacking like from a boat to land, you get +1 damage. So you're always going to do at least 1. If you're attacking from land to a boat, you get to re-roll any dice that you want to. And then yeah, you can see there we also have 4 new factions that are coming with it, which are all asymmetric. Like we've been talking about, they all have different elite units, and they all have different feats that make them play a little bit different. One of my favorites is the last one right there, which is the Royth. They're the ghosts. So one of the things that they can do is actually possess other people's units. So you can like take one of their units. It goes kind of like inside of the unit that we have. The ones that you have there are i3D printed, so they're all prototype stuff. But the ones that we'll have a little spot. You can set them inside there, and then that unit now has 2 health. So instead of just getting hit for once and it dies, when it gets hit, it loses the possessed unit, and then it stays on the board. So that's one of my favorite factions so far.
One of the things I like about this series is that and I talked about this. So Roth was in mine and Aaron's top 10 last year, is in my top 3. I think Aaron's top 5, or it may have been her third. Roth is just a phenomenal game, and every faction feels like you're cheating at some point, but it's because it's one of those things where when you talk about games like Unmatched, people want balance in those things. But I think Roth and Wreck, there's going to be imbalance, but the imbalance is good, and you have to find ways to exploit the other troops and move around the board and utilize the terrain, and that's something that I really like about this series, because all of the factions feel like they have something special to them.
Yeah, and especially with like some of the feats, like the one-time use feats that you get to use, they all seem like they're super broken, but like everybody's is super broken. So you have to time like when you play those. If you play it too early, somebody else could use theirs a little bit later and kind of nullify yours. Or so yeah, it's and another thing that's really cool that I like about it is that, even at like 4 players, it plays in like if you played it a couple times, it plays in like half hour, 45 minutes, probably 45 minutes for 4 players. But it's not like some of the other area control games where you're 3 hours in and you're like an hour ago I knew that I'm losing this game and I still got to like play it out. This one you can get wrecked and like let's reset it and roll it again. So and that was kind of why Manny, because this is a Manny Tremblay design.
Yeah.
It's kind of why Manny designed it. He played Risk with his family and was like, why is this so long? So he put it to himself to design an area control game that he liked that played snappy.
What you showed us how to play this at Origins last summer, and that's when I fell in love with it. And it was funny because I was winning handily. It was like not even a competition. You guys were below 10. I'm sitting there about to hit 20, 22 points. And then I pulled ahead so far that the 3 people, you, Aaron, and whoever, I think we were playing with, with somebody else, and the 3 of you just were like, okay, you're a new target. And I think I got a total of 2 points in the next like 5 turns. It was,
I love that.
what now?
Well,
I love that.
Yeah, it's just wild because that's kind of that, when people are really paying attention and watching the board and watching people's strategies, you can take them down.
And that's a big part of the strategy is especially I've been play testing Rec a lot over the last few weeks, and you don't want to get out to an early lead. You want to score some points. You want to kind of stay close to everybody, and then like kind of try to set up like, later on down turn 4, turn 5, set up this big move where you score a bunch of points or anything. Because if you get out to too big of a lead, like you said, you're going to have 2 or 3 other people that's like we need to stop him right away.
I love the fact that ship battles are a part of this. I love the map. You had told me that when this was just paper, you had mentioned to me. You said working on some new stuff, and I was like, "Is that a bigger map?" I'm very excited about just the area that you're going to traverse, the spaces, how you're going to have to either bulk up your troops or spread them out. Based on the people that you're playing with. Rec is going to be, and I like the fact that it is an expansion, but it's not an expansion because I can take this faction right here, move it over to Roth, and play in that scenario, or take one of my favorite Roth factions and move it over to Rec. I love that adaptability, and so yeah.
And one of the things I forgot to say with the boat battles is that so if all of your troops, if you're on a boat, you're out in the middle of the area, and somebody attacks you and kills all of your units that are on the boat, it actually becomes a wreck. That's where we get the name for wreck. So your boat just flips over and stays there, and now that area is harder to. It takes extra movement to get out of that area. So there's even some strategy in like taking a boat over by somebody's starting area and just letting it get wrecked and like leaving it there, not even pulling it back. Yeah, you go down a boat, but you also like hamstring them to where it's hard for them to get out of their area. So it adds a little bit more. There's so much more strategy now with like you said, I love Roth. Roth is great, and then this just kind of takes it up to the next level, I think.
Love it. Well, that gives us. When is that coming?
It's coming tomorrow
to GameFound.
Yeah, launches tomorrow on GameFound.
And I just put the GameFound link in the comments.
Yes, so. Perfect.
Yep.
So yeah, check that one out on GameFound coming tomorrow.
There'll be some other surprises in the campaign that I can't say yet, but people will learn about soon. Some other things people have been asking for. So
that's cool. You'll see coverage for Rec on our website and social media channels on Wednesday. Hopefully that will be published. So
very nice, very nice. Hey, it's that time of day.
It is that time. I used to look forward to this, and then you made it terrible because of your graphical interpretations of what the people want.
I will tell you that you and I, as we've been chatting through the day, we've had a very busy day.
So you had less time to work on this.
No, I didn't make a
new one. Okay. So it's it's a recycled. Okay.
It's an oldie. It's a recycly.
It's a goodie.
Is that a word?
It's a recycly. All right. So we're entering the part of the show. This is the Game Chat presents Pick 5 asymmetrical games that you would take to game night. Let's see what you put up here. Oh, that's beautiful. All right. So things that we have going here. We got Pick 5 with Fireball. We've got Isaac with his favorite game of Unmatched.
My favorite game of all time.
That's me. The girls did my hair while I was growing my hair out one time. That's you staring at the back of my head. That's us in COVID masks, and
us in Paris,
and me in Paris playing Binio. And so
I thought that was us.
Nope, that was me and my wife. I will not go to Paris with you. Paris is for lovers.
Fair enough. Oh, look at that.
Paris is for lovers, Isaac, not me and you. Jeez. The shirts. So we haven't had a game chat. I don't even have my phone in here, but we haven't had a game chat since my birthday. You printed T-shirts of a picture that you made me pose for unknowingly.
You chose
months earlier.
You chose to. Indeed. It was a good picture.
Oh, jeez.
Maybe next show I'll wear it. Well, Bob on.
Yeah, we'll see.
We'll have
all right, Josh. So these are 5 games that you would bring to game night that have asymmetrical abilities or asymmetric gameplay. What's your number 5? And this is in no particular order.
Yep. Not the best, just 5 you'd bring to a game night.
See, I grabbed this one. I don't know if you guys have played it yet, but Excalibur.
Yes, I love Excalibur.
Yes. I think that counts because of all the different abilities that you're using when you're playing it. But yeah, we have played since I got that in. I backed the Kickstarter on that, and since we got that in, that's probably in that amount of time the game we've played the most because it's so much fun to pull out with new people. You can teach them real quick. A game night if you have extra people, it plays. What does it play? I don't know.
8
up to however many people. Something like that. I know it plays a bunch, so you can play it at game night when you have a bunch of people there. And it's super fun.
We bought it the weekend of my birthday, and we played it. Then we bought all the copies that were in town before Isaac and Susan left. And then I brought it to Origins, taught it about 4 times, and then I brought it to Dice Tower East, taught it, and then they sold out of it over at the booth that had like 12 copies of it. So,
did you get the fancy one though?
No, they just had the retail version.
I just did the regular. I was fine with the regular one. I don't know.
Yeah, but you don't have these metal swords.
Yeah, those are really cool, but travel with those. Yeah, I have a funny feeling TSA would have stopped you, Isaac.
Yeah, for sure. They would have said, give me that board game. It's a Manny exclusive.
I'll go with my first one. I'm going to go with Grendel. I don't have a copy of Grendel. Grendel is a from off the page.
I have it right here.
You do have a copy? Nope, that's Boop Shuffle. Okay, it's very similar.
Never mind.
Gritty crime drama.
Yep, sorry.
Very similar.
Boop Shuffle's just out of my reach.
So Grendel is from Off the Page Games. And I saw this last year at Origins. It's so interesting because every faction is playing their own game and using a central board. So one team is set collecting, one team is like playing a trick-taking game, one team is like they're all different things that you're trying to do. And somehow it works. Like I was looking, I was like, it's almost like all the game mechanics just got shuffled together and thrown in a box. But then when it's explained, I'm like, no, that makes sense. That works. And they are tied to the different factions that are either committing crimes or stopping crimes around the city.
So it's just like Mechanisms.
Just like Mechanism.
Same game.
Same game.
Same game, friends.
So
same game. Hey, I think I'm gonna go with since we've already been talking about it, let's just put it out
Root.
there. Let's go
Yep.
Root. Classic game. To me, introduces strategical strategies.
strategical strategies. That is the best.
Yeah, strategical asymmetry better than anything else I played. So you play this, and if you really enjoy what's going on, but you can go down that rabbit hole further. But that's the granddaddy. I feel like that was the first time I played a game where things really felt like markedly different around the table. Like that.
Yep.
Number 2.
That's you, Josh.
Back to you, Josh.
Oh, there we are. Yeah, everybody froze for a minute.
Oh, okay.
I don't know what you said about Root. You started getting into the strategic strategy of it. But
strategical asymmetry.
That's one of the ones where you, like I said, you have to do your research, or you have to play it a couple times with people who are willing to work through it. But once you do, and you get a group of 3 or 4 people that's played it a couple times and they know what they're doing, I think, it's great. But that is one of the ones where you got to work for it.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, so is it to me for 4?
Yep.
Yeah, or 2 or 4. I don't know what we're doing.
Tag team. So
tag team back again.
Played a ton of tag team.
Love tag team.
Super fun. I love auto battlers anyway. But tag team super fun. There's so many different combinations of putting your heroes together and trying different ways. But yeah, that one's another one of our most played games.
Absolutely.
Recently.
It's so good. And then Arthur's Legacy comes out at Gen Con. So you may see something about that game later this week if you watch One Board Family stuff.
I'll watch. You should on Patreon.
Dracula versus Van Helsing, one of our favorite 2-player games of all time. This one published by Mandu Games overseas and 25th Century here in the United States. Dracula is trying to turn all the tokens and turn all of the townspeople into vampires, and Van Helsing is trying to take away all of Dracula's life. 2 different goals. Fantastic game. Really cool, pure hand management. Love this game. And because Isaac was in my home, all of my board games are front facing and then the backs are all wrong. You went through more than 100 board games in my house
and flipped every one of them.
And you flipped
everything on that spinner.
I know. There's over 100 games on that spinner. Every single one of them is upside down.
Did you find the sandwich I left in Nova Roma?
What? Part of me is sitting here like there couldn't be a sandwich in Nova Roma, and then
oh no, I ate it before I left. I'm sorry. Never mind.
That scares me.
Did you find all the stickers all over your house?
So many. Dude, I've got a stack of stickers. They're everywhere. Did you turn this one? No, you didn't turn this one.
So many Game of Sidekicks.
That's how you can tell when your friends are rich, when they can afford to leave 50 stickers at your house. I'm sitting here.
I got sticker money.
You got sticker money. I'm sitting here like I got to conserve these 20 stickers. They have to last me 6 more years. So.
I just wanted you to have some. The best was when your son took one and put it on his computer.
I'm putting them in all my favorite spots. The toilet bowl, the shower.
My number 4 or 2, whatever direction we're going in, is Skull Hollow from Pencil First. What a great 2-player asymmetry. I was thinking of other 2-player games I was looking down the list, and this one I think does it best as far as like two players with in like a not like just straight up head to head battle, right? Like it isn't just who's going to take the other player down fastest. I love the strategy of this. I love that the two characters play off of each other with the one big guy and the bunch of little guys. What a great theme. Skull Hollow and the sequel. I forgot the name of it because my son has
Malls,
it.
Peak Paul.
Peak Mall. Peak Mall. Yeah, also very, very good.
So. All right.
Number 3.
Yeah, number 3 is easy because it's number 3 either way we go. So my number 3 is going to be. I mean, I know it's our game, but Too Many Bones. So it's 10 years old this year.
Wow.
I've played it since.
Wow.
I've been playing it for like 8 years.
Nice.
5-6 years before I started with the company. But I mean, there's so many different bosses to take down. There's so many different gear locks or your characters that you can play that they've been putting out expansions and stuff for 10 years for it, and it's still. We came out with one earlier this year as kind of the final thing for that era of Too Many Bones, and it sold like crazy. So
that's awesome.
but yeah,
I remember
it's a dungeon crawler.
Yeah.
You got all the crazy dice. Yeah, it's I
player pads
I hate
are
putting our own
so
game.
nice, man.
Yeah, all the neoprene, everything like that. I hate putting our own games up there, but two of my favorites are our games.
Yeah, absolutely.
My friend Paul, who we went to see in Germany, that was his one big purchase for himself when they moved. For he's like, do you think this would be great for me to play and like have a bunch of different experiences? I was like, yes. In my experience, you are making a good purchase.
That's cool. Next up, I'm going with Roth. Roth was one of our favorites from last year. It is a game that we continue to play and continue to enjoy. And in fact, at Christmas, I got a new expansion for the game. It was on my list of like must owns. And so Roth is just such a well done game. And I know some people don't like area control by nature. I get that. Give Roth a shot. There's a co-op version inside the box, co-op variant, which some people really enjoy. We haven't actually tried it because me and Aaron like the competitive nature of Roth. So
yeah, and she wins all the time. She wins a lot. I assume.
So
yeah, you're not a good gamer.
I'm not. I've heard that a lot.
Somebody call you what's the D word for that when you're not good? I can't think of it.
You're down in your luck.
Oh, down in your luck. That's right. Down in your luck, Daddy.
Your luck, Daddy. So, Isaac.
Next up, what direction are we going? 2? You going 2 now?
You still got to give yours. What's your number 3?
I'm just thinking about how I can sneak this word in. Sorry, I keep distracting myself. I'm going to go with the granddaddy 2 game you'll be sharing, which is this bad boy right here. Star Wars Epic Duels. One of the best garage sale finds I've ever found in my life was finding this. The box is a little dinged up, but it's got everything card character-wise in it. I'm just happy to have this in my collection. What a very fun way to duel through a lot of the Star Wars universe. And, as you'll talk about in a minute, a precursor to a very, very popular game.
Yep, some would say.
No, they would say. They literally said.
All right, Josh. Number 2 or number 4, whichever way you're counting.
Number 24 for me is going to be another one of ours, but Cloudspire. I don't know if either of you have played Cloudspire, but
I have.
It's my favorite game that we make. It's tower defense MOBA style game on a board, or on a table. But it's another one where there's all different asymmetric factions. They all do different things. They all have different units, but the PvP, the 1v1 or 2v2 in that is, or even free for all stuff, is really, really good. But for me, the solo in that game, solo and co-op in it, is like really, really good. The scenarios in it are like well thought out. They have, if you buy the extra books, they have like hardback books, and they have like 3 or 4 pages of story, and then you get to the scenario, you play the scenario out, and then you win, you move on to the next one. You got a whole bunch of story. So I mean, there's a lot of thought, a lot of story in that game, and then just even like I said, even 1v1, just playing Heather's son, we used to play it all the time. It's one of their favorite games. Like, but yeah, it's that tower defense MOBA feel on the board, and it's done really well.
That's really cool. I have not played that one. We got Jason in with his top 5: Gloomhaven, Watergate, Root, Small World, and Illuminati. Watergate
I almost
is one
had
that
Watergate on here.
Yeah, Watergate is one that I really want to try one day. I've almost had it in hand multiple times. I need to just bite the bullet with our love for 2-player games. So,
Jason, you know what to bring in a few months.
That's right. Let's go with Unmatched. Unmatched. We've got Slings and Arrows right here. We've got up above me Stars and Stripes. We have all the Unmatched is except for the Witcher sets, because I just don't care about them. And so Unmatched is fantastic. Isaac, if you were to provide a box quote right now for Unmatched, it would be, what is it? What's the box quote for Unmatched that you're giving me, Isaac? Oh, he's on mute. Wow.
He probably did that on purpose.
It's 100% on purpose. Because do you know the one person in this call who has not played Unmatched? It's Isaac.
What, you didn't like what I said about it?
I know everybody's played it.
I own Unmatched. I don't know what you're talking about. I own it.
You've never played it.
No, that's not what you said. I own it.
Stop being a liar. So, okay.
Hey, I have many games that I own that I haven't played.
Unmatched, so good.
I had my 5, and then it was 6, 7 games sitting ready to go. Yep. Thank you. And then I was like, what about this monstrosity? So I picked it up off the shelf, because I'm not even going to turn it face up because I'm going to destroy how it's filed in here. But
oh yeah.
What about Slay the Spire? What a great this led to Slay the Spire 2, and how well it plays cooperatively. Love the board game card game version of it. It's got some, like, it's kind of clunky on when you play and who you play and who kills what and what happens, but very, very well done. And man, just right there, you're all playing different asymmetric characters in that.
That's another one Link and I have played a few times, and we keep wanting to get it out. That's one of the ones where it's like, it's so big that, like, do I just get it out and leave it out and play it for a while, or what? But yeah, we really like that one too.
Cool. Last one, Josh, take us home.
Number
My
5,
last one is It is, even though I've talked good about all of our stuff, this is the best asymmetric game ever. That is Magical Athlete.
Magical Athlete.
Yeah,
30 asymmetrical characters. Yes.
So much fun.
I didn't think of picking that.
It was I've
got a 3D printed insert in here where it holds everything like super nice. But yeah, that's another one where we've took it to game night, pulled it out when there's a bunch of people, and like it's so much fun.
Yeah, even people watching have fun. It's really good. So that's Magical Athlete's great game, and so much fun.
Amazing.
On the table.
When I first heard about it, I was like, everybody's talking about this game, but it's a roll and move. Like, how fun is a roll and move? But oh my god, it's so much fun.
Yeah, I feel like we're in an age where if you can, I met somebody the other day at Dice Tower East, and I almost didn't go by their booth because it was a roll and move game, and I reluctantly went by, and they introduced me to their game, showed me the mechanics, and I was like, okay, you sold me. We're going to be covering it as we get closer to Halloween, but you can thoughtfully make a good roll and move game. So letters from Whitechapel, Magic the Gathering, Watergate, Western Legends, and Magical Athlete on Hank's list. Hank, thank you for sharing.
Good picks there, Hanky B.
Great picks. This one is Spooktacular. It is a game all about scaring patrons of a 1980s movie theater as you play different ghosts. There are 20 unique player monsters in this game, and there are no there's an expansion on the way, but there's no, you don't have to go buy extra pieces. There are 20 inside the box. You're going to get a ton of game in this game. Spooktacular was Aaron's #1 game of last year, and
What makes that?
That's level 99 games. And so
Oh.
Bride of Spooktacular will be coming to Kickstarter or GameFound in a couple months. So look for that. I don't know if that's a spoiler.
So you literally scare patrons.
Yeah, you're scaring patrons in the movie theater, and every player has a unique monster that has a unique skill set, but also you have a common card pool. Everybody has the same X number of cards, but everybody's player is very, very unique. I'm surprised I haven't shown you this, Isaac. So
yeah, so you literally are scaring the
scaring
the dookie out of these guys.
Yep, some would say. Yep. So, but every one of them, there's advanced, there's intermediate, and
I love the art. That's great.
They're so good. Some of them are very easy to play, and some of them, like the advanced ones, you literally have to play it multiple times to understand how to score. Just because the strategy is kind of buried deep into the gameplay, and so that. And remember, I was talking about earlier the replayability. A good asymmetric game makes me want to come back to it, and this does just that.
True. That's true.
Isaac, did you pull a muscle on that one?
He did. He's going to be feeling that tomorrow.
Hank, he asked me to. He asked me not to, but I couldn't help myself. Last one, right? This is the one I was saying was where I thought, like, I think about the most, like, oh man, we've had some crazy games of this, and Ethan, especially young Ethan, like Dice Master champion Ethan, used to love just playing the one against the many in my favorite 1v many, which is Smite
Nice.
Drops. I absolutely love this game. Emerson does not get celebrated enough for the games he makes.
Halloween,
this
another
is
Emerson.
Spectacular. All the Century games. This is a spectacular one. I'm going to say 1v2 is where it shines. 2 players trying to hunt down the one. Three's good. Three's good. But, like, man, if you get this thing's humming at a 1v2, I like this way better than Letters from Whitechapel, way better than Fury of Dracula. I love the sci-fi nature of this and the characters, the art. Like, it's just very, very well done. Probably my favorite plaid hat game.
Okay. Yeah. Very cool.
Emerson's a master at, like, making less simple mechanics in a game, but then having so much depth in them.
Yep.
Oh yeah, just shining with them.
Yep. That'll do it for our Game Chat Presents Pick 5. Let's talk about what we've been playing lately. Josh, what's been hitting your table lately?
Every chance I get, Moon Colony Bloodbath.
Nice. Okay.
This game is so good.
Yeah.
It's an engine builder, engine destroyer. It's up for Spiel des Jahres, or Kenner Spiel des Jahres, but yeah, so you start off with, like, your little moon colony. You have like 30 people, and then you start, like, building buildings out to build this up to make all your actions better, and then robots start killing people all over the place, and you have to start destroying the engine you built slowly to try to be the last one with people.
Just survive, yeah.
Yeah, it's so good. It's so good.
Aaron and I both really liked it. It wasn't like enough to own it, but we will probably play it every time somebody suggests it. So I liked it, had a lot of fun with it. Aaron played it. Dice and Diversions really had a fun time with it. So yeah. I've been playing a bunch of small box games because we have a lot that we're reviewing around here, and Up or Down is very easy to get to the table. My brother loves it, plays 6 players. It's a nice puzzle as you are grabbing cards from the center of the table each time the turn comes around, and then making some difficult decisions on where those cards are going to be placed in 3 elevators that you're building that are either going up or down. And then yesterday, surprise, Pet Quartet it feels a lot like Coloretto, and I lost my copy of Coloretto. I can't find it. And so Pet Quartet has that same rhythm, and it's really fun and really cute. And so this is an easy sell for families. Pet Quartet's really cool. This one's from Gamehead.
Nice.
So
the Spiels came out earlier today.
Yesterday. Yep.
Or yesterday, right? Yeah, Rebirth ended up winning the Kenner, which gave Reiner a win in every category.
And Reiner wore some fancy duds on that stage.
Yeah, he did. He looked dashing.
I never looked that dashing.
No, you're always that dashing. You're a beautiful
I
man.
I needed that.
2 things. First one from Blue Orange Games. I took this and got to introduce this.
I liked it way more than I thought I would.
Ryan. Got 5 is probably my favorite deduction game I've played in a while. It's quick, easy, smart, fun deduction. It does not overstay its welcome. 15, 20 minutes, 2 to 4 players, really good. My favorite new party game, I will be playing the hex out of this, is One Round from Schmidt and DeVere. One Round is, if I can kind of show these cards, they are numbered from 0 to 100. You start with 3 on the board, random topics. Maybe 0 is says mushrooms, and 33 says basketball, and 66 says orange. And you draw a card. It's a team game. We're playing this cooperatively to try and beat the game. And I draw the number 15, and I have to come up with a 1-word clue that I can put on this card to make you know that it fits between mushroom and basketball.
Interesting.
And now the next one that comes up, now that's going to be even tighter because the clues start getting a little too close to each other, and you're trying to fit where they go. It's team timeline, essentially, with one player trying to give the clues. I love it. It's super good. Great idea on their part. It says up to 12. I mean, you could play as many people in and out of this as you want. Great setup. Schmidt game, but DeVere recently picked it up, and I think it's set for Gen Con release.
That's cool.
If I'm not mistaken.
That's awesome. Very cool. You guys stay tuned tomorrow. Rec is coming to GameFound. Where can people find you at, Josh, and find all the Chip Theory goodness?
chiptheorygames.com is where you can get all of our stuff. We have a pretty active Discord. I'm Josh 3.0 in there because we have 3 Joshes, 3 Heathers, or 2 Heathers, 3 Andrews. We only hire people with the same name.
Somebody has to change their name. Yeah.
So I'm Josh 3.0 in the Discord. Like I said, we're pretty active in there. It's a good community. We have a few Facebook communities and stuff too. So I mean, if you look for any of our games, most of them have their own little community you can go to. So if you need help with rules or anything like that, or just people to talk to about it,
cool.
You can check those out.
That's awesome. You can find One Board Family all over the place at One Board Family. We have some new videos documenting our time at Dice Tower East. We had a great time. You can check out that video on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. Got our review for Tigris and Euphrates, the new version from 25th Century Games, goes to Kickstarter tomorrow. So you can read a full preview of this game that I never played, even though I've been around it for 20 years. Never ended up playing it, and now I regret my life. No, I'm just playing.
But you previewed it even though you didn't.
No, I didn't play the old version from the 90s. You know what
I thought you were just asking ChatGPT to
ChatGPT, what is Tigris and Euphrates? Read that. That'll be fun.
Okay. Yeah, and that is also coming in with Lobby Snacks from 25th Century tomorrow, and coming in with
there's some other really good ones in there. Yeah,
it's oh my gracious, it's the GTA style game that
Payback.
Payback. Yeah, Payback Club.
Oh, Stan's
Discord
standalone game. Yeah. Great. Lots of fun. Got a chance to play that.
I have not
really
played it. I
enjoyed
want to play it so bad.
It was good. He only sent it to me. He said he didn't like you.
I believe that.
But
so we had tacos together.
yeah, you can find us Game of Sidekicks just about everywhere. I will have a video kind of talking about my feelings about my feelings. Just a video about
you on TikTok saying I'm feeling down. So
my feelings on Tigris and Euphrates and Lobby Snacks, having played both of them, and what I think of them as the Kickstarter launches tomorrow. You can also find me in a couple weeks at Gen Con. I will be taking over Love Thy Nerds social media pages and doing some content with them and going on mission with the team over there. So I'm super excited to partner with them for Gen Con 2026.
That's awesome. And you can find us at Southern Fried Gaming Expo in Atlanta that same weekend. So if you don't want to go to Gen Con or can't afford to go to Gen Con, join us at Southern Fried Gaming Expo. We got a Beano tournament that you don't want to miss. We're going to have a lot of fun. So, awesome. All right.
Love it.
Josh, thanks so much for jumping on this show and sharing your love of Wreck and Roth and all the W sounding games that exist. So
yeah, thanks for having me on. It was fun.
Absolutely. All right.
Yeah.
You all have a great night.
See you on our creators in a few minutes.
Bye.
Yep.